Survival Minecraft is difficult, but it can be made a lot easier with the right items, and how you get those items is through farms. So today we're going to be looking at some of the best mob farms in the game. Swiftly moving on to number 1. The first one is the classic. We've all built one of these in our early Minecraft worlds. They're great because they don't require a whole lot of resources. All you need to build this is some water streams, some places for them to spawn, and a lot of cobblestone. The rates on this though are pretty decent. You get about 1,500 items per hour, which isn't bad considering that it's mostly just cobblestone. And also it's customizable, so you can flip a lever here and then turn it into a grinder, so that way you can get the XP too. And all it takes to make this is 17 stacks of cobblestone, plus a bit, 8 buckets, 5 stacks of smooth stone slabs. Try saying that 5 times fast. Smooth stone slabs, smooth stone slabs, smooth stone slabs, smooth stone slabs. 5 stacks of smooth stone slabs in a little bit, 4 lanterns just to spruce it up, some stairs if you want, and this is the customizable bit where you can get the moving floor in there. All we have here are some pistons that are powered by these 2 torches right here, and when this lever is on, those torches turn off so the pistons retract. But when the lever turns on, they close back in. Genius. Moving swiftly on to the next farm, we have the intermediate. This is the one for amateurs that have played the game for a while but don't really know what's going on. Now up top here we have a timer that controls the water flow. There's items in here that move back and forth. As they move back, they're sensed by this comparator right here, which powers this piston to move this redstone block. What this redstone block does is it locks this repeater so that only items in here can flow into here, but items cannot flow into here until it switches over. This gives us a nice little timer, and if we want to stop the timer, we just click that button and that will power this piston, so this piston will never retract. And see, the way this works is the mobs spawn up here and then the water gets dispensed, which pushes them off, and they fall down into this pit here, where they eventually make their way into this hole right here, where they burn to death. It's quite gruesome. Then over here we have a minecart going back and forth, picking up the drops and dropping it into this hopper, which goes into this chest. Pretty simple. And it comes with a little AFK room here. Now this farm gets about 2,000 items per hour, which isn't bad considering its size. Now to make this farm, all you will need is about 10 stacks of smooth stone, some ladders if you want to make the little AFK spot. If you don't, that's totally fine, it's optional. You'll need some smooth stone slabs, some magma blocks, or whatever you need to kill the mobs. Now over here we have the redstone bits. So what you need, at least 2 chests, a hopper, 2 sticky pistons, some redstone dust, some redstone bits, some rails for the pickup system, redstone block for the timer, dispenser for dispensing the water, and observers for powering the dispensers. 20 dirt for the timer, and a lever for the timer. And torches are optional, but they do help. Moving swiftly on to the next one, we're making tremendous time. This next one is the Minecraft veterans. They know a thing or two about redstone and they're willing to put in some effort into a build. What this mob farm does is it takes advantage of water mechanics. See, if water runs over 7 blocks, then drops down, it'll continue for another 8 blocks before stopping. What this does is it helps us extend the spawning platform. This will give us additional spawning spaces for mobs, which will make it much more efficient. They get pushed off into here and into this little hopper right here, where we have some magma blocks on the side right here, so even if they're tough, like these spiders right here, and want to climb their way out, they still get burned and eventually die. Then what we do is take that and run those hoppers into some filters, which can give us all the gunpowder and bones we could ever want. The rest of the items come down here, to this chest right here, and the overflow all the way up. And just down this way, we have a perfect AFK spot right here. We have a bed, a clock, so you know when to sleep. When you set your spawn here, even if you die, you just end up right in the same spot. And this clock can tell you when to sleep when it becomes nighttime, so you don't lose any efficiency on the farm. All in all, this farm can produce about $6,000. $6,000. I wish. All in all, this mob farm can produce 6,000 items per hour, which is pretty decent. And what you need to build this one is about 4,000 blocks of quartz, 32 magma blocks, 484 quartz slabs, 128 smooth stone, 24 smooth stone slabs, 128 polished granite, 38 polished andesite stairs, 16 soul campfires, 128 hoppers, a lever, 4 redstone comparators, 4 redstone repeaters, 14 redstone dust, 2 redstone torches, 2 sticky pistons, 1 block of redstone, 24 dirt blocks for the timer, 25 observers, 12 dispensers, 24 chests, and 14 water buckets. And for the AFK room, you need 13 ladders, crafting bench, clock, item frame, 18 lanterns, a bed, and torches. If you're asking my opinion, this is the best one so far. Well, you might be thinking to yourself right now, yes, these farms are all well and good, but they're not big enough for what I need. Well, there is one more farm. And I believe it is big enough. I mean, look at this thing. It's massive. There's no words to describe this besides massive. It's huge. Taking a very quick look on the inside, it's just so amazing. It's huge. I don't know what to say. It's just huge. On the inside here, we have some control panels. So we have 25%, 50%, 75%, and 100%. This is, of course, is the percentage of how much you want the farm to be running. You could have it running at 25%, which is only 25% of its capabilities, 50%, halfway, 75, 3/4, and 100% all the way. Now the reason why we have this is because when we flick one of these levers, we get a tremendous amount of lag because of all the water being spread out. It's pretty much just a griefing system. So we flick this lever right here and turn the switch, which turns on the timer, and the farm is now running at 25% capacity. As you can see here, we have them all sorted out. So there's our rotten flesh, there's our gunpowder, there's our string, bones, and random bits. The important thing about this is, well, if we had it all in one chest, the chest would just overflow. Now this farm can do about 8,000 items per hour, which is a tremendous amount once you think about it. But that's not all this farm has to offer. This one, it has a very nice AFK room. You walk in here, you set your respawn, put your items in the chest, check the time. When you walk back like this, boom, they protect you. All you have to do to get out is press this button right here and walk out. Pretty simple. But the AFK closet is in the perfect spot to maximize the efficiency of this farm. So what we have here is once the mobs fall down, they fall into these wither roses, which kill them. Then under the wither roses, we have this cart going around very slowly because of all the lag. It goes all the way around and picks up all the items. Now, of course, we don't just do that with one minecart. Of course, there's 8 minecarts going around this thing at the same time. So it picks up the items fairly well. And as you can see, the clouds are they're halfway up this thing. It's just so massive. Massive farms aside, let's talk some numbers. This farm can do about 8,000 items per hour, which is a tremendous amount when you think about it. 8,000 items. What are you going to do with that much? I mean, there's no reason for you to build this. There's absolutely no reason for you to build this in survival Minecraft. There's no reason for you to be having that many items in Minecraft. In fact, it should be illegal. It should be illegal. This farm should be illegal. Good suggestions aside, but if you really want to build this in survival Minecraft, here's what you're going to need. Insanity. You have to be insane to want to build this. It's incredibly hard. It took me a day to build, and I was in creative. That's how massive this thing was. It's insane. Don't do this. Don't build this. Please, save yourself. Don't do it. I mean, it is the best mob farm ever created, but it's totally unnecessary. You would never need this in survival Minecraft. There's no reason for you to have this in survival Minecraft. Now what's happening in here is these levers right here, they switch off these torches right here, which sends a signal to these observers right here. Now what these observers do is they send a signal up here. This is the 25% line right here. So when this line is on, then 25% of the farm will be on. This line right here is the 50% line. So when this line's turned on, that means 50% of the farm is on. And this is 75, and this last one here is 100. And they power these dispensers right here, which have the buckets of water in them. And these buckets spread out, and it's 7 blocks, then down, then 7 blocks, then down, 7 blocks down, 7 blocks, and then 8 blocks for the final one. So it doesn't overflow, which would be an absolute mess. Let me tell you, it did that when I was building it, and it was just a mess. Now the reason I stopped here and didn't go all the way to build height is because when I'm down there at the very bottom, mobs will not spawn on the very tip of this. They will spawn here. It's close enough there. So I just did one more, just for the heck of it. But there was really no point in expanding it upward, as it wouldn't help with the efficiency of the farm. Now you might be wondering, how tall is this thing? And as of right now, I have no idea. But I'll edit it in. So editing me, edit it in. There it is. That's how tall it is. How wide is it? It's that wide. Now, as much as I love this farm, and that it's great that it produces so much gunpowder and more resources than you could ever need, this is not my favorite one. This one is my favorite one. If you want a massive building project, this is the one to take on, and not the other one. The other one it's far too big, but this one is far more manageable, and it can be built in survival mode. Thank you for watching this video. Make sure to like the video and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll catch you in the next one. See ya. Oh my, what a recording. That took so long to record. I don't know what happened. I kept stuttering and just saying the same thing over and over, and just saying the same thing over and over and over, and just saying the same thing over and over.